Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Haut Beyleron here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, CWATTY, on what is the start of a lovely new day. I'll take this opportunity very quickly to give my tractor a bit of a wash. Not done a lot of washing of my equipment, but the old Massey, having emptied the silage yesterday, the silage pit is looking a little bit grubby, so we'll give it a clean. We'll also give it a repair because it's looking a little bit ropey on the repair status. And then we'll give the tractor a repair. So that's going to cost me $25 to repair the weight, $161 to repair the front loader. Bucket's fine. Tractor's going to cost me £4,898 to service that. Obviously, we don't do repainting. We can't repaint it here at the farm. We would have to take that and repaint it at the store. If we want to repaint it, we'd have to repaint it at the store. We don't have the option here. Right. I'm going to now leave my front loader there rather than putting it in the shed where it can twist and get a bit awkward. And let's do the weight. Put the weight back on the front. So it's the last day of August. As a result of that, we still can't plant our wheat and our barley for next year. But we are going to be able to put down some oilseed radish. I'm just going to have a quick check on the field. Still growing. Okay, good. Right. He's going to live there for the time being. Let's go get our new tractor. Nice to see the water tank still here and hasn't moved. Right, seeding then. With our new big Fendt, our massive new Fendt tractor. This thing will be able to pull anything I buy, any machinery or anything we buy now. This tractor can handle it. It's got plenty of horsepower. If we have a quick look, large tractor, the Fendt 1050 has a whopping 647 horsepower, so that'll handle everything I throw at it. Now, I did also say we was going to have a look at what contracts are available today, didn't we? Some baling, some cultivating, 15, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 26. Cultivating, that'll keep a tractor busy for a while, wouldn't it? 26 is the massive field, 43. Fertilizing field 30. Yes. Fertilizing field 30 we will activate. And the cultivating. We'll activate a few of those because I can always have drivers go off and do those. Right. We will assign some workers to the task. I'll tell you what, on my lovely new 4K monitor, this game is looking very bright. And these tractors are looking very, very red. This Massey Ferguson is looking beautiful. Considering it apparently needs repainting, it's not looking too bad, is it? Right, let's have a look at the old cultivator situation. It's not in bad nick at all. Right, I know we've got contracts. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let, I'm going to probably let Courseplay handle some of the contracting. So, let's try it, shall we? Target position. Working width, we'll set him at 7. Field centre is up and down. Headland corners smooth. We'll do sharp. Number of headlands 3. Having worked clockwise. Start working on headlands. Right, generate fieldwork course. Go. Right. And start job. He can go off and handle that all by his little self. Right, I am now going to take the old class to the store quickly to grab a standalone fertilizer spreader. Again, I talked about this in a recent video. I think it's time we have a separate fertilizer spreader to the lime spreader, because it gets a bit annoying emptying and refilling all the time. So we'll tackle that. Fertilizer spreaders. That's owned equipment. Is there anything second-hand? The answer to that is no. Right, fertilizer spreader. There we go. And sulky. $38 meters seems good. I don't want to go massively massive. Yeah, we'll buy that one. 23 grand, nice and cheap and cheerful. I do like the sulky. I quite enjoyed this in FS19. Again, that red cover on top of the machine is really vibrant, really popping for me off the screen. Could just be the new monitor. I think it looks a lot better. Much better colour representation, I think, on this new monitor, which is what I expect from a monitor that has HDR 1000 certification and 97% PCI, DCI P3 color saturation, or whatever it is. Didn't really think that one through, did I? Left the blooming trailer in the way. One of the things I will have to look at doing soon is maybe finding an area where I have a bit of space where I can park some of this equipment, so it's not sitting here cluttering up the farmyard. You know, move some of the equipment to another location, especially the stuff we don't use a great deal of all the time. So maybe like all the baler and the baling equipment, and maybe the grass roller, we could maybe look at moving that somewhere else and storing that in a slightly different place, potentially. Right, let's fill this up with the fertilizer. And then we need to go to which field was it? Field 32? I think it was. Field 32? Fertilizing field 30. Which is... Oh, it's the big potato field, everybody. Which I'm guessing later on in this series we will be doing the big harvesting contract on it. Although, do I really want to do a potato? Again, multiplayer server. I've done potato harvesting galore just recently on the Stevie Edit map. Big field 10. Huge field that got potatoes on it, and then we did field 21. But it's interesting how the contract system actually like works out in the game, because we had both harvest contracts active at the same time. Harvest the potatoes from field 10, deliver them to the farmer's market. Harvest the potatoes from field 21, deliver them to the farmer's market. Yet, interestingly, by the time we had harvested all the potatoes on field 10 and delivered them to complete that contract, we had also apparently delivered all of the potatoes needed. All of the potatoes needed to do the contract on field 21. So before we'd actually harvested any of the potatoes on field 21, we'd got we'd delivered the quota needed to complete that contract. So literally, when we actually harvested the potatoes on field 21, every single one of those potatoes belonged to us. The game pauses a lot longer now taking screenshots. I wonder if that's because it's taking 4K screenshots. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll leave the worker doing that field. They're going to take our new bad boy tractor. Down to... down to field 70. So this is field 36. This is the field we're going to be putting the sugar beet, oilseed radish on, should I say. Not sugar beets, is it? We're not planting sugar beets. Yeah, we can certainly get crack-a-lacking. Crack-a-lacking. Use that lovely terminology. Here we go. So yeah, we'll smash out the contracts today then. We'll smash out some contracts today. Earn a bit of money. Get a nice bit of income. And then we'll be ready then for September, planting our wheat, planting our barley, rolling the fields to obviously get the yield bonus that comes with that. And I'll also be trying the mechanical weeding trick that Fish told me about in the comment on one of the early Haut Beyleron videos, because he's been playing catch up on the series thus far, or so far. Yeah, I'm just doing the headland at the bottom of the field because obviously it gets a little bit steep in one corner. Just continue going around the headland because this edge is going to cause problems because it's at 15 degrees angle. There's the beehive. Hopefully the beehive will give me a nice yield boost. The fields as well. Go. I'll do the headland top because it lines up very well. So yeah, we've got worker fertilizer. In fact, he's nearly flipping finished, look, already. Fertilizing. Cultivator man, he's still cultivating. Cultivator man. Give that a quick spin round. Rotate the course. I love this. I love the GPS mod, folks. I don't know if I've said that enough in this series. I really do love the GPS mod, and I love how it integrates brilliantly with a controller for a control player like me. I can do all the GPS functions with my controller. It's fantastic. I don't have to go anywhere near the keyboard or mouse. It's a joyous thing. It's a joyous, wonderful thing. Probably also need to start paying attention a little bit to some of this stuff. I think it's all going to be January selling, so yeah, I maybe don't need to pay too much attention to the crop prices and fluctuation screen, because like I said, I think it's December and January will be the selling window for us, for selling stuff that we choose to sell. Helper A does not stop ever. Another achievement unlocked. Oh, I'll tell you what, that symbol, that graphic, the hands, that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers handshake from Predator, isn't it? From the Predator film, where Dylan and Dutch handshake before they go off on the mission where they encounter the Predator and everybody dies. Spoilers for the movie, but hey, if you've not seen Predator, the film came out in the 80s, so you've had 30 odd years to watch it by now. I think spoiler warning for Predator is overdue. The statute of limitation for spoilers on the Predator film has run out, because the film's been out 30 years. Speaking of films, I watched the new Ghostbusters movie last night. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Very interesting film. With a lot of nods back to the original movie. Much better than the, the female ghost, that awful female Ghostbusters movie. Didn't enjoy that movie at all. But the new Ghostbusters movie, the one with Paul Rudd in it, I think that keeps the feel of the first two movies much better. The fact that it has Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson coming back in it, the original Ghostbusters cast, they appear in the movie. Again, spoilers. Spoiler warning for people. They appear in the movie, as does the woman who played Janine, their secretary, who's the grandma in Young Sheldon these days. If you watch Young Sheldon, you'll recognise Mima as being the woman from the Ghostbusters movies. And like I say, in Ghostbusters Afterlife, she appears in the movie, and she looks exactly like Mima from Young Sheldon. But yeah, it was a good... I quite enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife. As like I say, it was definitely more in keeping with the original movies, especially as, again, spoiler warning, the big baddie was the same villain from the first movie, Gozer, and you had like the demon dogs, and you had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man thing again. So it was. I definitely see this movie as being a sequel to the first movie for definite, I would say. But yeah, it was interesting to watch, and the reason I watched it was because I wanted to put the my new monitor to the test. I wanted to watch a movie that was 4K, that was 4K. See how awesome it looked. And it looked awesome, I have to say. Like I say, I've been really impressed with the new monitor here in I've only had it half a day, and I'm not even using a DisplayPort cable yet. I must stress, everybody, I don't have it connected to my PC via DisplayPort cable yet. I'm still running off a HDMI at this moment in time. I get my DisplayPort cable today because I needed one that was long enough to reach from where I have the monitor mounted and clamped on my desk to where my PC is standing on the floor. So I need a 3 meter or longer cable, so I've had to order one, and it should be delivered at some point today. In fact, it should be delivered in about the next 15 minutes. Looking at the clock on the screen, it's 11:15. It's due for delivery about any time between 11:30 and 12:30. Along with a few other little bits and pieces for me. I'm going to be getting some nice memory foam armrest covers for my gaming chair, because my GT Omega gaming chair, the current armrests, the plastic has started to split on them, and the foam has basically, the foam in the armrests is no longer present. I think it's just disintegrated over the years of use. So I'm getting some nice new memory foam armrests to put on my chair, so when I'm sat here recording these videos and I'm resting on the armrests, I won't get pressure sores on my arms. And I'm also getting a fancy memory foam cushion to go under my butt, because I'm starting to get butt ache and spine ache, especially in the bottom part of my back, because again, the chair cushion in this GT Omega chair that has gone really hard. The foam has gone that hard in it now. It's like sitting on concrete every day. And when you sit in this, when I'm sitting in this chair for probably 18 hours a day, it's getting really uncomfortable. And also because the leather on the seat has started to split as well, that's also a little bit annoying. So I'm getting a nice new memory foam orthopedic special cushion to go on top of the chair for me to sit on, which should help alleviate some of my issues. And if the cushion works really well, and it works fine and it does its job, I'm probably going to invest in a second one to go in the car. So when I'm in the car, I can sit comfortably without getting pain in my spine and my coccyx. Because it's got the little the cushion has the little notch cut out for your backbone, so there's no pressure on you're not getting any upward pressure on your spine from the cushion. Your spine's able to drop into the slot and just expand and relax and act natural and comfortable. But if it works well, I'm going to get one for when I'm travelling in cars. I can drop on the car seat and sit on anyone's car seat that I happen to be riding in. And I'm also going to get the lumbar one, the one that does the rear of your spine, to keep your spine in that lovely like S shape that your spine is supposed to be in, and help with your posture, because again, my back is wrecked at the minute. And dealing with that every day is just it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare and it's a struggle. Back pain is the worst thing you can ever have, and I've had it now for the last 6 years. Every single day. Nothing helps. And so far, nothing I've tried, all the medical stuff I've done, all the doctor stuff, so far everything we've tried hasn't really helped me at all in that aspect. And it does make you, it does get on you, it does lower your mood. It does get a bit depressing when you're always in pain and always uncomfortable. And I tried to put on a brave front in these videos. I try to always sound, lively and happy, but some days when I'll be honest, some days when I'm sat here recording these videos, I am in agony and it's excruciating, and I'm just, forcing myself to record because I need to get the videos recorded. and it's not always pleasurable when I'm recording, but I try to make it sound pleasurable. I try to make it, I hopefully try to present to you that everything is normal and everything is fine. As best as I can, and not have you get drawn too much. It looks to me like maybe I did not finish seeding that last row properly, or I may have lifted up a little bit too early or lowered down a little bit too late. So there we go. Make sure it's lowered. That's something something I'm finding in Farm Sim. Certain tools and certain equipment seems to take quite a bit of time to actually like lower and get into its working position when you've raised it or you've unfolded it or whatever. And I'm getting caught out a little bit by some of the machines, because I'm driving off down the field thinking that the machine's in its working position, and it's not. And I end up missing bits of the fields. Certainly with the rollers I have that problem, because the field rollers take an absolute age to lower when you've lifted them up to turn around at the end of a row or whatever. They take an absolute age. Have I missed a bit there too? I have. How did I manage that? Probably because I'm taking off down the field before the machine's lowered. I'm taking off at a rapid rate before everything is lowered. I just need to be patient. I just need to take an extra second to pause. Before I hit the accelerator pedal and fly off down the fields. Let me see how we're looking on the old mini-map. Looks like I'm getting full coverage. Looks like Mr. Cultivator is still cultivating quite happily. We must have finished Mr. Fertilizer contract. Yes. Is there any other fertilizing contracts? No. So I can't send him off to do another one. However, what I can do, find him. And have him come back to the farm for me. We'll have him return to the farm. I'm going to need to grind out these flipping cultivating contracts now. I was half expecting the courseplay worker to have finished field 43 by now. I didn't think in 35 minutes of this video he'd still be on that one field. Hello. There's the AI worker. But yeah, our lovely big new Fendt tractor, everybody. Look at all the buttons and switches. It's like NASA mission control in these tractors these days. When they put man on the moon back in the 1960s, they didn't have anywhere near as many buttons as we have in our tractors these days. I love I love the fact that Stevie gives you a rear view camera on his vehicle edits, his tractor edits, his mods. Yeah, if people are wondering, this is a Stevie tractor. This isn't the in-game Fendt 1050. This is the Stevie mod from Stevie's Facebook page. Because Stevie provides the big boy Fendt with a few more options available, especially when it comes to the wheels. You can get it with these big flotation tyres. However, I didn't go for the flotation tyres because it put two big flotation it put flotation tyre. I think it put flotation tyres on the front, but then it just had two normal wide wheels with weights on the back, and I wasn't a fan of that. I wanted big flotation tyres front and rear, and I would have had it with the big floats if that was an option, but it's apparently, it doesn't seem to be an option, so I've just gone for the standard wide tyres with weights on it. Went for a custom number plate. Again, because it's an owned vehicle, I might as well put a number plate on it. But yeah, I think it's going well. Like I say, we'll get the oilseed radish put in, and then we'll leave this field. Then will be just left until next year, year 3, and we'll use this for planting soybean. We'll put soybeans on this field, because we'll get a massive harvest off of it, I'm quite sure. But yeah, I do like cover crops. I think cover crops definitely have more of a use in FS22 than they've ever had in the game. Because with the default seasons mod and everything, I think everything's going pretty good. I do like the I do like cover cropping. And like I say, it's a good alternative to expensive fertilizers. You know, if you don't have manure and slurry available in your early game, in your early part of your save, and you don't want to keep buying dry fertilizer or liquid fertilizer, oilseed radish is a very cheap fertilizer alternative. Very cheap. Just plant it on the field, cultivate it in, and then put your next crop on the ground, and you'll have your fertilizer bonus. Yeah, gonna get this field finished. I'm almost wondering now, to help me speed through those cultivating contracts, whether I ought to, after I finish seeding this field, go and lease another cultivator and then have this guy go off and do some cultivating. And then, because the Massey's taking forever to do that one field. The Massey's taking an age. And I would like to get those all done today so that September 1st, or September 1, now with the new day numbering system that Giants have implemented, I can just focus on planting wheat on the field across the road in front of us, and then planting barley back at the farm. That would be most useful. Only got a little bit left to do. Got this one little row, and then I've just got to tidy up that little bit there, look. Might have to come up and just nip back down. It might not just have enough. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to do this corner, unfortunately. But yeah, we're not gonna roll the oilseed radish because that would be pointless. We're not harvesting it. So we'll just leave that. There we go. Seeding completed. New tractor given its first test, and it's coped very well with it. Coped excellently, you might say. So we'll go and have a look at the cultivator situation next. See if we can't find a way of speeding up the cultivating process. Although it looks like Matey might have... No, Massey's still working away over there. So let's change the seed. Now seed up to wheat, because that'll be the first crop we plant next episode. I'm just going to have a quick drive over here. I don't think it'll make any difference if I put the Fent on the cultivator, because I think it's the cultivator that's the limiting factor there. It's a little bit on the slow side. So I'll have a browse through the store. I don't think I can buy a cultivator because money is money. I mean, disc harrows, 8 meters, 9.5 meters, 10 meters, 350, 615. The Mac till, that's 12 meters. That's 500. That's 12.5. That is 550 horsepower. So the Fent would pull that. back at the speed tiller. Have it in a nice green. It cost me £5,000 to lease it. £2,362 per work hour. Jeez, that's not going to be cheap. I can put it to the test though, can't I? Use it as an experiment. Before we start looking at some of these machines, perhaps. Rostal Smash, 12.2. The NZ Extreme Vaderstat, 14.3. 15 kilometers per hour. 15 kilometers. See, 15 kilometers per hour is the limiting thing there. 15 kilometers. Yeah. So we've got the Prolander. That's 7.5 meters, 15 kilometers. So that is definitely an upgrade, especially if it's faster. If it's faster. And one way to really find out, isn't there? Field 26 needs to be cultivated. I think that was the one, wasn't it? The big field, the massive field. Field 26. So what we'll do is we'll take Fent Boy over to field 26. We've struggled to drive around the map with this on the back. But anyway, folks, we've unfortunately reached that time where it is the end of the episode. So, I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please drop a like on the video. Let me know that you have enjoyed it. I'm going to have to sort the flour out as well. Oh, it's all go, ladies and gentlemen. All go. Busy life for a farmer. But yes, drop a like on the video for me, because that helps with obviously the algorithm thing at YouTube's end. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already doing so. Again, my statistics and my analytics show me that a lot of people watching these videos, watching my videos, still aren't actually subscribed to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything to be a YouTube subscriber. Just click that button and enable your notification bell, and then you will stay up to date with all my content as it arrives and drops. Obviously feel free to leave me your comments, questions, suggestions, feedback in the comment section down below, and share the video with everyone you know, everywhere you can, and I will see you all again in another video very soon. Generate the course. Boom. Close the course. Start the job. So he should run off and do the cultivate this field for me. Mr. Massey Ferguson has now finished. Excellent. We can move him on to the next field. which will be 45, which is the one right down at the bottom. Anyway, I will carry on with this, folks. I will see you all in the next episode of the series. So take care of yourselves for now. Please stay safe. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Cheerio for now, everybody. Goodbye.